This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at the Ruskin Group Theater for the world premiere of The Gun.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with...
My name's Dave Florick. I am the director of The Gun.
Question, what drew you to this piece?
Well, I've been involved with this theater company for quite a long time, and Mike Myers gave me the play, and when I read it, I was it was compelling in that the journey of these people, their revelations, their epiphanies, are the result of, for lack of a better word, a negative element, that being a gun. But even though it is a negative element, if you know what I mean, it's the very thing that allows them to find new footing, start a new life. I found that interesting.
I really like the piece. Well, first of all, I thought it was unusual in the sense it was very short. It was only about 60 minutes, which I guess for some people that's like 2 TV programs, like half a movie.
Yeah, well, when we started working on it, we did a fair amount of editing. We streamlined it because I wanted it to feel like a rant, like a gunshot, almost, if you will. And Justin, the writer, had put a intermission in it, and I convinced him over time to take it out because it was better as a straight shot. And at 60 minutes, I think it's an assault, and that's what it should be.
Another thing I have to really compliment you on is your casting of the actors. The actors, they had so little stage time, but they capitalized the most they could on it. Fantastic acting. First of all, congratulations on that.
Well, thank you very much. It is an ensemble piece. You know, there's 3 main characters, but then the 3 secondary characters are incredibly important, and I thought they jumped in with both feet and did a remarkable job.
What do you look for in your casting?
You look for someone that comes in and in their audition, you feel they understand the play the way I do, you know, that they connect with the material, that they deliver it, and there's just an energy, you know what I mean? There's a good guy, or there's an energy, a simpatico, you know, that comes across the footlights, if you will, and it's really about that, you know, understand the material, understand and give a strong audition, and you get a feeling that this is somebody I'd like to work with. So, you know.
Well, you got a really good gut because these were fantastic actors. Because again, some were only on like 1 or 2 scenes, but they delivered really grade A performances. So I compliment you on that.
Well, thanks. The director in the play and the bartender, they have 2 scenes each. The homeless guy has 1 scene, but it's a very important scene because that's where the whole thing kicks into gear. I don't know if I want to give too much away, but in that scene, that's where you know, the fuse has been lit, and in that scene, that's where it blows up, and that's where we're ready to go, and it kicks into another gear at that point. So that's its only scene, but it's a heck of a scene if you're going to only have 1.
Okay. One last question. Basically, if my audience decide to come out and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
What should they expect to see? Well, they should expect to see a very good play with very good actors, very good set, sound, and lights, and they're going to get a message. They're going to learn. I think they're going to learn something about themselves in a good way. There's a message to this play, and I think it'll be a little different for, you know, different audience members will take something else away, but you're not going to go away bored or not having been moved in some way. You're going to leave with more than what you came with.
Once again, I really enjoyed the performance. I thought it was great. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Justin Yoff.
And what did you do tonight?
We world premiered my play, The Gun.
Why did you decide to write this play?
Well, I was trapped in a job and a relationship, and I felt like there was absolutely no way out, and I wanted to get out, and I was really analyzing that, how we can stay in these situations for a long time when we're really unhappy, and how difficult it is to make a change. And I used the gun in the play as a talisman, as an impetus for change, which, as you see, turns everybody's life upside down.
Well, first of all, I thought it was well acted, which, again, you probably don't have as much control of that, but the writing was very interesting. First of all, it's a very short play. I don't think I've seen a standalone play this short before.
Well, you know, it was originally a 2-act play when I brought it here, and we cut it down. We made it a seamless, I think, hour-long show, and I think you're right. There's a lot in it for an hour long. And I think it works this way. You know, it kind of builds its momentum. It doesn't give you much time to think about what you're seeing, just you experience it, and then after the end there, I think that's when it settles in, and you really feel the power of the show. At least I hope so.
Yeah. Recently, of the shows I've seen, my major criticisms of the shows is that nothing happens in the show, because, you know, like no one dies, like no one comes with a revelation. This show, again, I guess there's revelations in them, yeah. It was actually, again, strange. I felt a lot happened again for a 6.
And it's one afternoon.
Exactly. It was just like 1 hour.
And in the life of the play, it takes place probably in about 6 hours in one day. And it's a day where everything changes, and people come face to face with their truths, which are often very difficult to do. And in writing this play, it was a challenge for me to stay in the pocket and really not try to censor that, and really try and let it take me where it would. And I think this production's really helped trim a lot of that. I mean, there's a lot more than what you saw here, but I think we've really fine-tuned it, and I'm really excited about what I saw tonight. And I'm glad it seems like you enjoyed it.
If my viewers decide to come out and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
I think they should expect to see a real powerful drama, real exciting theater. I mean, you know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I think when they come out, they should be prepared to be for something emotional, something powerful, and to really kind of, when they leave, hopefully take a look at their life and where they are, and are they doing what they really want to do, and kind of make those choices for themselves.
I think of kind of almost like a midlife crisis dramatized using vehicles, but again, then actually making changes in your life. I wouldn't say, yeah, they're actually making changes in your life.
Yeah,
that's what I thought,
yeah. I mean, well, I don't want to give away any of the plot points, but I think if you look at it, if you take a step back, every one of their lives has sort of been turned upside down. And you know, I think in a day or two, every one of them are going to be a little happy about that too. You know, I think some of these changes are things that they wanted, but again, it's so hard for us sometimes. And like one of the characters says, we can stay in unhappiness for years. And this is the day where they decide they're going to change.
Once again, I really enjoyed myself tonight. I thought the writing was very crisp. I really liked the play. The acting was fantastic. Yeah. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. And I'm here with
Josh Brennan. Yeah, I was born in Denver, Colorado. Yeah, I'm playing Steve here at the Ruskin Group Theater. It's about my 8th play here. And we're having a lot of fun. Steve is troubled. I mean, he's going through an existential crisis, and he's grappling for anything and trying to find something, and it's the biggest day of his life. And on that biggest day of his life, after he's blown the biggest part of the biggest day of his life, he finds something that gives him power. And then he decides to stand up to everybody and everything that's been giving him trouble, and it goes from there.
Yeah, my fans actually remember you from A Raise in the Sun at the Ruskin.
Yeah, Carl Lindner I played. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, you were fantastic back then also.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was fun.
What I liked about this piece was, first of all, it was kind of short, but which I found unusual. But basically, every piece was packed with action in there. You delivered a message, had very little stage time. I just love the fact that you guys delivered the message so quickly. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you're talking about the short stage time here. Yeah, it's a sprint, and we all knew that as we went through. It's like a sprint. It's quick, compact, and power packed. It was once called a rant in 2 acts. It's obviously more. It's still 2 acts, but it's condensed. So it's a rant. We're all going at it and going at it quick. So, but hopefully it comes across everything that it needs to.
I kind of also thought a bit like a midlife crisis, where you're just haven't lived until you hit middle age, and then suddenly you've got to, oh my God, half my life is over. I haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Yeah, and for everyone involved in the play, they're going through that crisis. They're starting to look at their lives and say, you know, what am I doing here? And I have that line in the play. What am I doing here in this lie I call my life?
Once again, I really love the piece. I loved your acting in it. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm on KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. Now I'm here with
John Colella. I've been acting at the Ruskin over 11 years now. This is my 8th show. I do film and television around town. Studied at the Goodman School of Drama back in Chicago. I don't know. I got other stuff. Go to www.johncolella.com. You get all my credits and junk. I played Mike. Mike is, sort of a frustrated businessman trying to do what's right with his buddy and his wife, but kind of ends up sort of destroying more than he sort of fixes in his own way, and kind of starts at a certain place at the top of the play and finds himself kind of in, I think, the biggest fall of all the characters in the show.
I really liked your character because, again, it was a flawed character. It was very identifiable to a lot of people. We really felt it. The audience connected with you a lot.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. That's what I felt when I read it, and I liked both roles of Steve and Mike, but there was something about Mike, about that flaw, about somebody who's not facing their own facts, and then when they finally do, they sort of crumble to where they, to face everything, they kind of fall apart. So it attracted me too. I'm glad to hear that about on your end. I appreciate that.
Question. First of all, this was rather unusual. I've never seen a play this short before. That was a standalone play before. Usually I've seen other pieces together. That's rather interesting. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it was an interesting process because Justin, the playwright, originally called this The Gun, a rant in 2 acts. And it was longer, but our director, working with Justin, thought that sometimes his language was repetitive, and they sort of trimmed away, and it got so lean that it got down to this 1 act without an intermission, and it's an interesting experience. But I almost think sometimes at the end of the play it could be like, well, what's Act 2 going to be all about? So maybe in future iterations of it he may flush it out. I have no idea, but that's kind of how it all happened. But it's interesting.
One thing I do have to comment on is basically the acting here. I mean, I really love the acting. All the characters, for such a short period of time, was just hit you. It was bam, 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 bam. I have to compliment it on you. Did you feel the same thing I felt?
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, I think we were all hoping that that's the way it would be because of, like we were speaking earlier about the cutting of it to such a sort of like a drag race to the end. And so, yeah, I mean, I did sort of feel that myself as an actor, so I'm glad that, again, I communicated. So, yes, thank you.
Okay. Once again, I really loved your performance. I thought it was very identifiable, but also it struck a lot of chords to me, and I saw it to a lot of the audience. Yes,
thank you very much.
Yeah, once again, I really loved your performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
You bet. Thank you. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm on KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
my name is Austin Highsmith, and I have been in Los Angeles for 14 years. I'm a professional actress, and we just opened a world premiere play here at the Ruskin Group Theater. I play the character of Ellen, who is in sort of an unhappy marriage with Mike, and then the character of Steve sort of gives me an awakening. I think Ellen's story is something that a lot of women experience, and maybe don't give themselves permission to get out of the situation that they're in. So that's what really intrigued me with the character, is that Ellen does make this change and actually really owns herself and makes choices for herself in the end. And so that really, really intrigued me, and that's why I wanted to do the play.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
You should expect to go on a roller coaster ride, because it is. We like to call it a 60-minute sprint. You'll laugh, you'll be touched, you'll hopefully walk away with an awakened opinion. I think that it's a very timely play. I think it speaks a lot about power and the corruption of power and how it can cause negative things in your life, even though you think that it's causing positive things. So I think that they can expect just a roller coaster of emotions.
I really like this piece. What I found unusual about it was actually very short. It's only 60 minutes. But you guys capitalized on every single second on stage, because I just I just felt a quick connection with everybody, and I felt the message. Maybe because, I don't know, you guys were going through some kind of midlife crisis or something like that.
Yeah, I think that each character sort of touches on a different person's experience, maybe, that because everybody can associate with being bullied, or maybe they were the bully, or maybe they were in an unhappy relationship, or whatever it is. So I think that there's a lot of humanity to the play, which makes it really personal to a lot of people, and I think that that's why people just really get drawn in, and then it's before they know it, it's over, because we just kind of assault you, is what the director likes to say. Like, we assault people with reality and humanity. So I think that that's something that a lot of people are experiencing.
Yeah. Once again, I really loved your performance. I love the performance as a whole. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Hamilton Matthews. I've been acting in LA now for about 10 years. Came here from Santa Cruz, spent some time there, and I've been here at the Ruskin since 2008, I guess, and I just love it here. It's a good family. It's a good place to be, and it's a place that allows me to do current work. I've been begging for years to do a play that's not 40 years old, and it's wonderful to be able to do this. Justin's play has really given me a nice little chunk to play with, and I've really appreciated it. I love it. I play the homeless man. Being on the streets is not an easy place, and so when you find something like he does in this play, he finds something which brings him back to a time when he was relevant, to a time when he mattered, and I feel like regardless of what's going on in his life, this brings him to the present, to the right now, right here, in a way that you don't see all the time, and it's a fleeting feeling, because I feel like this isn't something that happens to him on a daily. These kind of, nobody pays attention to the homeless. Nobody looks at their struggle or feels it, and this is his way to feel important. But it's not like it's a generated importance. It's like, my God, that's something I know about, and you need to know about it. And what the fuck is wrong with you? And it's wonderful to play someone who's got convictions, straight out the box.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
They should expect to see a play where there's a real change. You've got a guy who's listless, doesn't know what's going on in his life. He finds this almost artifact in a way that brings him to life, changes his perceptions, changes his ability to stand up to things in a world that is oftentimes confusing. And I think they'll see a real change in a person from beginning to end, and not only the real change, which happens at the end, but the fake change, that like, oh my God, this has changed my life for something completely different. Oh, maybe it hasn't. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I was wrong, and maybe by being wrong and failing, that's the change I was looking for.
I really love the performance. I loved you guys acting too, because it was such a short play. You were only in one scene, but from the scene, because usually when I'm sitting back, they develop into it, takes some time. This one here, you guys had very little time, and you really hit the audience, connected with the audience, presented the piece, and delivered. It was just very well executed.
Thank you. Yeah, there is no time to. You can have an arc. You can start it from something and bring it to something, but you got to come with something in your gut. Like, this isn't a play for like, hey, let's bring you in slowly and wine and dine you, and maybe later I'll take you home. No, it's straight to bed.
Once again, I really loved it. I loved your performance in it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
L. Emil Thomas. Originally, I'm from Chicago. I studied at the University of Iowa and been out here stomping a strong theater background and trying to make my way.
Great. And which character did you play?
The bartender. I think he, to a point, is the moral compass. He sees a lot of people, a lot of things, and his biggest take on it is, hey, my man, your problems I've seen, and it'll happen after you. We can get you through this. Whereas Steve's believed that the sky is falling, and that's it. And I'm just trying to show him, it's one step at a time, and you focus on one task, you get that accomplished, you start building a block on that. Once you understand what your goal is.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
Reality. I think every character is relatable because we've all had good and tough times. And I personally am a big fan of reality in the sense that if I see something that I know and have experienced, it helps me. I mean, obviously, there's a few laughs, but it is heavy, you know. I mean, it's named The Gun, but I think, considering how quick it is, it's only an hour, I think it's very enjoyable, and you can get a taste of, hey, I see somebody else's problems, it makes me feel better in the sense, not that someone else has problems, but I can relate to what he or she's going through, and it will get better.
I really like this piece. First of all, I enjoyed the writing because it's like, one of my complaints about theater is that nothing happens. Like, it's like, people just get happy. At the end, it's just a, pleasant song and all that. This one actually felt like something happened, maybe a self-revelation that for some reason every single person just discovered something about themselves.
I think, I agree. It goes back to what I was referring to. We're three-dimensional as people. I always say you're never as bad as your worst act, you're never as good as your best act. And in this, it's accepting a bartender, but you get to see people living just regular life. And that was the point I was making earlier of, hey, I've seen that. And so it's not that bad. Tomorrow the sun will come up, I'll get up and I'll try again, and I'll try to make it better with a little piece of growth. So I definitely agree with you. And the writing, Justin is, when I first read it, it spoke to me. And especially as an actor, there are some things you understand. You're giving so much away to other people, and you're being judged and exposed. To have someone who understands is just tremendous. And like I said, with this piece, it really connected from that perspective for me.
I also have to compliment the actors. You guys all. You guys just nailed this thing because you had so little time. I mean, if you just had a bad second or two, that would be like 10% of the plan, right? So you guys nailed it pretty well.
Thank you, but I know a lot of the credit will go to, I feel, Dave Florek, the director. He took it from a two-act play, if you will, to what he called a sprint. So there was no intermission, and it's about 56 minutes. I think that makes it enjoyable. And to me, having a sports athletic background, it was, hey, when they started off, they passed the baton on to the next person. That person has to pass it on, so on, so on. And if you keep that energy, make it infectious, and just being real, listening, reminds me of Bezos, just listening and reacting, being real, I think, it's something that everybody, as I keep saying, can relate to.
Once again, I really like the piece. I loved you in it. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you very much for having me. Good luck. Right?
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Mouchette van Helstingen. I've been acting for quite a long time. I started in Holland. I'm Dutch, and I studied in Amsterdam. I studied in London, and came here. I took quite a long hiatus from acting because I was raising children, and finally went back. Early 2000s, came back at Pico Playhouse, did 3 plays, did at the Morgan Wixon, did 2 plays, and became a member here. I absolutely adore this place. This is a home away from home. And this is my first main stage play here, and I'm super proud of it. I played the director. She roots for him, for Steve to really succeed. She's not your standard mean director, but she has to be tough. But at the same time, she has a soft edge, and she would like him to succeed.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
They should expect to see a long rant. Well, I can't call it long, it's only an hour, but a rant that focuses on one thing, and that's do what your heart tells you to do. Follow your dreams. That's really what it's about.
I really like the piece. Even though it was short, I thought it was actually really well done. I also really enjoyed the acting because you guys had so little stage time, but you did the most you possibly could do with it. And I actually enjoyed every single character.
I'm so happy you did. I'm really happy. We've been rehearsing without an audience, and suddenly you're here with a full house, and you get the reactions, and it's empowering, it's invigorating. So we're so happy that everybody enjoyed it.
Once again, I really love the performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
The Gun will be playing at the Ruskin Group Theater from March 18th to April 30th. For more information, go to www.ruskingrouptheater.com.